What up, everyone? So 2 more videos, 2 more boxes we gotta go through of the month, and then we can get to the monthly review, and then we can talk all about my Tales from the UK and finally put that chapter to a close. So super excited for that. I hope you are too. But in the meantime, we got Marvel Collector Corps. So this is the Ant-Man one for the month of June. So we're still getting through June's boxes, trying to catch up, got super behind with everything going on. But anyway, let's take a look at what we got. This is the second box that's ever been sent out, and I'm always super excited to see it because it's a very exciting box. I personally think it's one of the better ones, and it's always exciting stuff to see. So, first off, we got a t-shirt. Can't really see because of the plastic. Just says Ant-Man, and it's actually a Funko Pop t-shirt as well, and has a little picture of the Ant-Man down there, like a little pop style figure. Then it says actual size underneath. I thought it was very funny. I recently saw the Ant-Man movie, went and saw it at midnight, but I didn't get to wear my shirt, which I was super pissed about because I didn't have time to come home. I had to go straight from work to the movie theater, so I'm bummed that I didn't get to wear the shirt because it looks pretty cool. And the cool thing about it is it's not a stupid mashup like most of them. It's Marvel and Funko. They have their own products, so they don't have to pay for licensing. So it's actually a branded shirt. It's actually branded by the Pop Funko brand, and usually it's branded by Marvel. So it's a nice quality shirt. And it comes all wrapped up nice too, so we got some good quality. So I like that. That's definitely cool. Then we got our little filler here that came right on top. I think we're going to get this in every single box, a pin and a patch. They seem the same as last time, the same shape. They just changed the picture on there. Last time I think it was Ultron, and this time it's Ant-Man. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not sure if they announced it yet, but at Comic-Con they announced it. The August box is Secret Wars, which I thought was weird, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, we got a patch and a pin, just like we did last month, but that's just the filler stuff, no big deal. Then, we got a Pop figure. No surprise, because it's Funko. And this, of course, is an exclusive Pop. Like I just talked about in when I did the review of my Geek Box, the whole exclusive Pop, exclusive mold, it's so often that when they do exclusive molds of things, it's always an unmasked version of the character. And like I said, they say exclusive mold, but it's really not. They just take the body of the Ant-Man figure they had and a generic head they had and then put it on there. Like the Cyclops head, you'll notice it has like the same shape as the Captain America unmasked one, and this one has the same shape as like some other Pop figures I had as far as the head. So they just switch out the heads. But either way, I'm just rambling on about that. So yeah, this is still an exclusive mold. The cool thing about it is it comes with a very tiny little Ant-Man, and it actually says on here, smallest Funko bobblehead that they've ever done. So I actually really like the tiny one, better than the big one. So I kind of like just the small one. So you can't really see, I'll put a picture at the end, but he's floating around in there because he fell out of his little spot. But that's really cool. I like the little tiny one. So you kind of get 2 figures in there. And they've been doing that lately. They've been adding small figures with some of their Pops, which I kind of like. That's cool. So yeah. Got our Funko Ant-Man Unmasked Pop figure. Next, we got some mystery minis. So I was excited to see this because we didn't get this last month. We just got the Pop figure. So these are just a little mini-series they did, which is kind of cool. And they had to do a mini-series because the bad thing about Ant-Man is there's just no characters. There's Ant-Man and then there's Yellow Jacket. That's it. Like, that's the only bummer about doing a box of this franchise. There's just not many options. There's not many characters, so you have to really like that specific character. So you had 4 options. You got Ant-Man, Unmasked Ant-Man, big surprise. You got the alternate color of Ant-Man, the black one, which I didn't really see much of. I don't think it was in the movie per se. I don't remember seeing the alternate color of it, but I could be wrong on that. And then you got Yellow Jacket. So I took a look at these, and they're actually really cool. I got the regular Ant-Man. Let me see. Oh. I got the regular Ant-Man, I got the regular colored one, and then I got the black alternate color one. And I like mystery minis. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I like them. It always sucks that they have to make Marvel and Star Wars stuff bobblehead because of licensing. So anytime Funko does Marvel or Star Wars, they have to do bobblehead. They have no choice. It's a legal contract that they have to follow. But anyway, I always prefer non-bobblehead, and I think everyone does, but you gotta do what they gotta do, so it's bobblehead or nothing in this case. But it's still really cool. It doesn't bobble too much, and I've always been a fan of mystery minis. I always collect the mystery minis. I think they're very cool. And these are good quality. They always do nice quality. I personally think Mystery Minis have much higher quality than the Pop figures. Pop figures have, like, a lot of time have terrible paint jobs. But these are cool. So I got the black one and the regular one, and I liked them so much I went out and found the other ones, the Unmasked and the Yellow Jacket one. So I got those there too. I went out and purchased them off eBay from someone because I really liked them. So now I got the whole series, the whole set of 4. So I like that they're doing something a little bit different. So that makes me hopeful for the future because I hope maybe in the next one they'll do something cool like maybe the Vinyl Idols. Maybe they'll do something like that, which would be really awesome. Or something else since they have so many series now. So I was excited to see the Mystery Minis, and I really liked that. So I thought that was great. Then our last item, we got a comic book. No surprise, but I think me and a few other people were a little bit bummed out by this because it wasn't a #1. And in my whole thing about comic books, like if it's not a #1, I don't think they should put comic books in there because you're not going to start reading a comic book series from the 5th issue. If you're going to read it, you're going to start from the first one. So I never like it when they don't put #1s in there. And it's Marvel putting it in there so they can do whatever they want. So, but you know, it's just a variant edition, which is still exclusive, but meh. So I wish it would have been a #1. And I also wish they would start bagging and boarding them. Someone said that out of the first box, and I didn't really think about it, but now that I see this, like, I do wish they would bag and board. I think that would be better. Like, put it in a little packaging. I think that would be a good idea, and I think they should do that in the future. So, let's talk about some value on these items. Going right back through them. Starting off with the shirt. So the shirt, I'll give this my standard $12 to $15 rating. Now this is branded, so things like this would go for a higher price, but the unfortunate thing about these boxes is that as soon as they're in a box, like, everyone's selling them and practically giving them away for free, so you can find this online for very cheap. But again, the cheapest you'd probably find it is around 10 to 12, but I'll still give it the 12 to 15 because I think it has good quality and good value to it. So I like it and I'll totally wear it, and it seems like it'll fit pretty decently. So 12 to 15 on that. Then, we got our Pop figure. Now, pricing on these. So, a normal Pop figure is $10. Like, that's the price of them. But, these ones are exclusive, so the price is a little bit different on these. So, I have to take into consideration the exclusivity of these items because it does change the value. So, like I said, normal price is $10, but online, this actually sells for a decent amount. The cheapest I really see it for as like a buy it now price is $30, and that's out of the box. That's without a box. With the box, it's like $35 plus shipping, and sometimes you have to pay tax. So, anywhere between like $30 and $40 is what this is worth. Like, that's how much it's going for on eBay, online. So, it's gaining a hefty amount. So, things like this, it's kind of up to you to take into consideration what you value it as the viewer, because like I've always said, I'm reviewing and rating these boxes for you guys. It's not for me, it's for you guys. So it's your own personal consideration whether you think this is just worth the 10 of an average Pop or whether you think it's worth what it would sell for. I think it's valued at resale market. That's usually what I rate things at. So I'm going to say $30 to $40 because that's what it would cost to purchase this online. So that's the price I'm giving that. Then we got our Mystery Minis. So again, same deal. Mystery Minis, normally $6 for one of them. But these individual ones, they go for much higher when people are reselling them. Now, it actually depends on which one you want. The least popular one is the unmasked one. No surprise there. Who really cares about the unmasked one? That's the cheapest one. And it seems like the most popular one is this one. So it ranges anywhere from around $10 to around like $15 or more. So I'm going to put the range of $10 to $15 to buy them individually, depending on which one you wanted. So that's going to be the range on those. And we got 2 of them. So then we got, where did I put it? We got our comic book. So this will get this is $4 because that's how much the comics cost. But I'll give it a little more value because people selling it online are asking a tiny bit more. Not much though, like 6 or 7. So I'm going to put a range of 4 to 6 on this. So it doesn't change it much, but that is something that's taken into consideration. Next, we have our pin And I'm going to put this at like $1. Like, it is exclusive and it's like somewhat cool, it's decent quality, but the thing about the pin and the patch, like, you'd have to, I can't see anyone purchasing this unless you got the box. So I'm going to put this at $1, and I'll put the patch at $2 because it is exclusive and it is cool, but I don't know why you would buy these unless you personally got the box, because that's what it says. I can't see anyone like seeking out to buy these specifically if you didn't get the box, because it's like, well, what's the point really? They're still good quality, so I gave them a little bit of value, but not much, because I can't imagine anyone wanting them unless you specifically were getting this box. So, with all that considered, again, you have to put some of your personal opinion on this to give it your own rating to see if this box is right for you. Like I said, whether you value things at just what it costs to buy the normal one, or whether you value exclusivity of items. I personally do, so that's what my rating's based more upon. With those things taken into account, what it would cost to buy these items individually, what they go for on the resale market, and so on and so forth, that gives this box a value on the low end of $69 and on the high end of $94. Like, Jesus, that's a lot. Even if you didn't take that in consideration, like, even if you valued these at like the base price, which would be, let's do some math, 24, 34, yeah, so even if you value these at the very base price, didn't take in exclusivity at all, you still would have got your money worth and then some. But I think I would strongly consider taking in the fact that these are exclusive and these are rare and hard to get, and you'd have to pay a good amount of money for. Like, even on the low end here, you got more than double your value. More than double. Which just goes to show this box is really like taking it to the next step. It's really dominating the market, because you're lucky to get double your value on most boxes. That's what people strive for, and this one does more than that. On top of the fact that it's Marvel and Funko, two fantastic companies, on top of the fact that everything is exclusive and you can't get it anywhere else, on top of the fact that it's Ant-Man stuff and it's brand new to the market. So, and then on the high end, you're getting triple your value, triple what you paid for it. So you just can't deny the value and the quality here, because even if you, for some reason, hated Marvel and Funko, but still were crazy enough to buy the box, even if you hated everything, you could sell this box, even if you're terrible at selling it, just putting it on auction on eBay, and probably get back twice what you paid for it. Like, at a certain point, it's almost stupid not to buy it just for the sake of having value. And if you do like Marvel and Funko, which most of us do, then this was a great box. So, all that taken into consideration, I'm going to give this an 8.5. Which seems a little bit low. I would have given it higher. The only reason I didn't was because I feel like this was very specific. I don't feel like this was for everyone. The funny thing about this box was they sent it out before the movie was released, which I thought was very odd. I guess it was just inconvenient timing, but it seemed, now the movie's out, but this box has been out for a long time. But it seems hard to get super excited about this stuff when you don't even know if you like it yet, because you haven't seen the movie. And honestly, like, who cared about the original Ant-Man? Like, everyone knew the character, but no one really followed him. I don't think he was very popular. He had a very small fan base, so for the rest of us who hadn't seen the movie, like, it was hard to get excited about it. And the other thing is, like, if you didn't like that specific movie, then you kind of didn't like anything in the box. Like I was saying before, with this, with Ant-Man, there's just no character options. Like I said, you have Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket, and then that's it. That was all the characters in the movie that they showed. So you don't have much option there. So if you didn't like the movie, then you hated pretty much everything in this box, which is kind of a bummer. So that's the only reason it got a lower value, because like I've always said, the ratings are for everyone, for the general population, what most people would like. And I think not everyone would have specifically liked this character. So other than that, like for last month, or 2 months ago, it was Avengers, and that has a much higher fan base. It's much more popular, and there's so many more characters involved. You got Iron Man, you got Captain America, you got Hulk, you got Hawkeye, you got Nick Fury, you got Black Widow. Like, someone relates to at least one of those characters, and everyone has their favorite. So when you get the box, you got at least one thing that you're gonna love. But with this one, they're trying to hit the bullseye and not always quite hitting it, because they don't know if you specifically like this character. So that's the only thing that hurt it. If it was a more popular franchise, I probably would have given this box like a 9 or a 9.5 even, just like last month, because it just got tremendous value. It's so amazing. So let me know what you guys think about it. If I'm totally wrong and everyone loved the Ant-Man character, then I'll probably change that. Then I'll take that in consideration and change that for the monthly review. This is just based off what I think people would respond to it at. So let me know what you guys thought about it, and that's going to go into consideration of the final score when I do the monthly review. But again, overall, I thought this box was great. I thought the pop figure was okay. I liked the mini one. I loved the mystery minis. Shirt was good. Comic was, I wasn't too thrilled about that. Pin and patch, they were there. So anyway, like I was saying, the next month to come is going to be in August, and there the theme for that one is Secret Wars, which I thought was weird. I think it's a good choice. I love the Secret Wars, so you're going to see a lot of characters in there. So I'm super excited to see what they do with it. But I was very surprised they didn't pick Fantastic Four. I was very shocked about that because that movie's coming out in August. Like, it seemed perfect that that would line up. And now I know you're going to say, like, they don't have the rights to it. Like, well, that's not true. Marvel still has the rights to Fantastic Four. They sold the production rights, but that's it. They sold the rights to make movies to Fox. So they're making the movies, but they don't own the rights to everything. Like, Marvel can still make toys and stuff like that, Fantastic Four. They can still put them in their video games and stuff. They only sold the production rights. So that may be why they didn't do it, because they don't want to promote a movie that they're not technically making money from. So maybe they didn't want to promote a movie for 21st Century Fox or 20th Century Fox or whatever. But and also I think that they could have done Fantastic Four, but they would have had to have done old Fantastic Four. They wouldn't have been able to put a box together with the characters from the new movie because they don't have rights to those characters. Those interpretations of the character are owned by Fox because they created them. So they wouldn't be able to do Pops and Mystery Minis based on those versions, the movie versions of the characters, because they don't have rights to those ones specifically. They still could have done a box, but it would have been on the traditional forms of the Fantastic Four. So possibly that's the reason why they didn't do it, because they wouldn't make money promoting a movie that's not theirs, but I still found it odd. But that's just fun facts about the movie, about copyright and rights and stuff like that. I have a whole volumes of knowledge about copyright infringement and stuff like that. But anyway, so the theme is Secret Wars. I'm super excited to see what they do with it, because there's so many cool characters involved, and I think that's where they're going to go with Marvel. After the whole Infinity Wars Phase 3, I'm pretty sure they're going to go into Secret Wars, after Civil War and things like that. I think that's the direction they're going to head with movies and comics and so on and so forth. So this may be the introduction into that. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the box and this tremendous value, and maybe I'll change this rating. So let me know what you guys thought, and I will definitely listen to all your comments. So look forward to the monthly review, and we'll talk all about Infinity Crate. I know you guys are dying to hear about that very soon. One more box to go. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace.